Hi everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my full makeup collection apart from my eyeshadow palettes. This was requested by someone because I just did a 5-part declutter series and someone requested me to actually do a collection video where I go over everything that is still left in my collection. Since I got rid of quite a few products, I thought that would be interesting. So in today's video, I'm doing the first part of this 2-part series. The second part will be eyeshadow palettes, because if I am going to do eyeshadow palettes in this video as well, it's just going to be super long. I'm going to be starting with my Alex 5 drawers, and then I'm going to be moving on to my Vanity at the end and show you what is in there. So we have just arrived at the first of my Alex 5 drawers. I used 3 of these for my regular makeup products, and then 1 for eyeshadow palettes, and then the bottom one has some skincare products in there. So I'm just going to go through what I have left in these drawers. So as you can see, this is my foundation drawer, and I only have 5 foundations. So the one from By Beauty you saw in my makeup bag, and then these 4, which this one is actually a tinted moisturizer. This is the Tarte Maracuja tinted hydrator, and I really like this one. It's a bit more of a light coverage tinted moisturizer, but still I feel like this makes my skin look really nice and even. This has been one of my favorite foundations. This is the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation, and this is a really pretty medium coverage foundation. This one you will definitely see me wearing in a lot of my videos. I then have the Charlotte Tilbury Ever Flawless Foundation. I still need to clean the cap of this, but this is a really pretty, more full coverage foundation. This is matte, but I feel like it doesn't look dry or anything on my skin type. I have a pretty normal skin type, not necessarily super dry and also not necessarily oily or anything, and I feel like on my skin it looks really nice. So this is one that I actually really enjoy. And then this Fenty Beauty Ease Drops Blurring Skin Tint. I feel like while it is marketed as a skin tint, it performs more of I would say a medium coverage foundation, and this lasts really long on the skin. So I really like this one for that. You cannot feel this, but it's really light, so I feel like it's almost empty, and this is one that I would definitely consider repurchasing. I don't repurchase a lot of makeup products simply because I always like trying new things as well, but this is one that I would consider repurchasing. In this little basket you can see I have some primers. I have my Summer Fridays sunscreen. I have this Raw Beauty 4-in-1 mist, which is actually really nice as a primer too. I then have the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow, which is a really pretty primer as well. It's really nice and glowy on the skin. I have this Charlotte Tilbury The Retoucher Concealer. This one is no longer available, but it is really pretty. It's more of a light coverage one. I then have this Dior Backstage Concealer. This one is the Too Faced Ethereal Light Concealer. I will swatch this one because it's really pretty too. I actually filmed the part of my Vanity already, but you will see it after this part. But I just filmed it and I swatched a lot. But the Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner won't go off my hand, so we're just going to have to ignore that. But this is a really pretty light coverage concealer. It's really nice and glowy too, so this one I really enjoy. And this one is in the shade Vanilla Wafer. I just put hand cream on my hand so it doesn't blend out the easiest, but this is what that looks like. And then I just grabbed this from the other side of my room, but this is the Rare Beauty Concealer in the shade 180W. This is a really lovely concealer too. And the last thing I have in this basket is the Vive I Want. And this one is in here because I use it as an eyeshadow base. So these 2 are basically my base drawers. I have some powders right here. The first one being the Say Beauty Air Set powder, and this is just in the shade Translucent. Here you can see a little bit of what that powder looks like. This one is the Kosas Cloud Set powder. I feel like this is a fine powder. I don't love it though. And lastly, the Tarte Powder Foundation in the shade 20N Light Neutral. And this one is the Amazonian Clay Gem Powder Foundation. So this is a lovely foundation option. Then in this little basket right here, I have some eye products. First, I have 3 of the Charlotte Tilbury dual-ended eyeliner. So these all have a metallic side and then a deeper matte side. I love these eyeliners. They're really great. I then have this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeliner, and this is actually one of my favorite eyeliners. It's just so pretty. I love how this looks on the eye. It's just a really pretty shade. You wouldn't really expect a shade like this to be something that I wear every day, but I actually wear this a lot during the week. I feel like it's super pretty. I then have two of these Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat eye pencils. These are just two different shades. And then my other brow lift pencil and some other products are in my everyday like work makeup bag that I have in my backpack. And I will show that in a little bit when I'm finished with these drawers. I'll show you my vanity and my work makeup bag as well. In here I just have the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Fix. This is a really great brow gel and it really holds my brow hairs into place. So I really like that one. We then have the Tarte Tartelette Tubing Mascara, and this is just a little mini. And then lastly, I just have these eyelash curlers. So now let's move on to the next drawer. So this drawer, as you can see, is pretty random one. First, I have these ColourPop Super Shock Shadows and a NYX Glitter Glue. These are just in here, but I don't really use them. I have three of the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize, and I actually really like these. This one is in the shade Pillow Talk, and it's a really beautiful sort of like mauvey pink. There you can see what the shade Pillow Talk looks like. I really like these Eyes to Mesmerize for when you want to do like just a very easy eye look. This one is in the shade Exaggerize, and this is one of the newer shades. That is what Exaggerize looks like. Just really pretty and sparkly. And the last one of these is in the shade Rose Gold, and this is an absolutely stunning shade too. And that is what the shade Rose Gold looks like. So I feel like these Eyes to Mesmerize are absolutely stunning. And as you can see right here, I just have a huge variety of lip products. I definitely own too many lip products. I'm just going to show you which ones I have, but I'm definitely not going to swatch these because then this video would be like hours long. First, the Vive Lip Dew in the shade Original. Charlotte Tilbury Hyaluronic Happy Kiss in the shade Happy Love. This Fenty Beauty Poutical Lip Stain in the shade Zesty Bestie. This Makeup by Mario Lip Plump in the shade Bare Glow. I don't know what happened to this one, but this is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip in the shade Guava. It's just clear with sparkles. I have two Charlotte Tilbury lip glosses. This one is the Collagen Lip Bath in Refresh Rose, and this one is the Jewel Lip in Blush Gold. Then I have two of these brown toned lip glosses. The right one is called Cinnamon Twist and the left one is called Dandelion Honey. This lipstick from Bright Beauty, which is in the shade Praline. I have another one of these Bright Beauty lipstick. This one is in the shade Sugar Buns. This one is Famously Pink from Charlotte Tilbury. This one is Runway Royalty, also from Charlotte Tilbury. This is super pretty. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury in the shade The Duchess. This one is also from Charlotte Tilbury and this is in the shade Miss Kensington. As you can see, I have a lot of Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. This one is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip, and this one is in the shade White Peach. This one is Red Carpet Red from Charlotte Tilbury. This one is called Bitch Perfect, and this is also from Charlotte Tilbury. And then the last Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in here is this one in the shade Princess Kiss. I then have this R.E.M. Beauty lipstick, and this one is in Roller Skate. Then I just have this clear lip balm, also from R.E.M. Beauty. And lastly, I just have 6 lip liners in here. So the ones that I have are Velvet Scents from Vive, then Love Trap from Charlotte Tilbury, Hot Gossip from Charlotte Tilbury. I have 2 Pillow Talks from Charlotte Tilbury, and the last one is called Kiss and Tell, and this is more of a red shade. And this last one is from Rare Beauty in the shade Lively. And then the last drawer in this Alex drawer that I keep makeup in is my blush, highlighter, bronzer, and face palette drawer. So for bronzers, I have 2 single bronzers, the Charlotte Tilbury Average Bronzer, and this one from Tarte, which is the Park Ave Princess. This is really pretty as well. I have 3 of these Charlotte Tilbury blushes, and this one is in Pillow Talk Intense. This shade is called The Climax, and then this one is called Ecstasy. I actually also have a 4th, but it's in my work makeup bag, so you'll see that in a little bit. I then have this Benefits blush, and this one is in the shade Krista. This beautiful nude pink blush from Too Faced. This is the shade California Love. I then have this cream blush from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow in the shade Color of Passion. This one from Rare Beauty, which is in the shade Love. And then I actually ordered the little holiday set from Rare Beauty with the 3 blushes in there, and that one will arrive this week, so I will soon have 4 Rare Beauty blushes. I then have these 2 liquid blushes. This top one is the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Dusk, and the bottom one is from Laura Mercier in the shade Provence. Dusk is definitely a bit more of like a brown toned blush, and then Provence is a nude pinky blush. It's really pretty. I then have this cream blush stick, and this one is in the shade Stage Mom. This one is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush, and this is in the shade Bloom. This Hourglass blush is the shade Iridescent Flash. It's a beautiful like mauve blush. Of course, the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand in the shade Pinkgasm. And then the last blush is this Patrick Ta Blush Duo, and this is in the shade She's So LA. Then for my face palettes, I have this one from Hourglass, and this is one of the 3 holiday palettes for this year. The Charlotte Tilbury Nude Gasm Face Palette. I'm still thinking about getting the new Pillow Talk one, but I'm not really sure since I don't use this one too much anyway. The Pat McGrath Divine Blush and Glow Trio. This was from the holidays of last year. This Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker Face Palette. This has 5 bronzer shades and then 2 highlighters. And you can actually also use these as eyeshadow, which I feel like is really convenient. Then I have this Charlotte Tilbury Look in a Palette in Sunset Dreamscape. And lastly, this Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. And then the last section is highlighters. First, the Pillow Talk Multi Glow in Romance Light. This is so pretty. Then I have this Fenty Beauty Highlighting Duo, and this is in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. This highlighter from R.E.M. Beauty, and this is in the shade Miss Mercury. The Tarte Amazonian Clay Highlighter in the shade Exposed. And lastly, this Laura Mercier highlighter, and this is in the shade Devotion. So then those were my blushes, highlighters, and bronzers, and that means we have finished looking at my Alex store. So now it's time to move on to my Vanity and see what more makeup products I have over there, and also show you my everyday work makeup bag and my everyday lip products bags. So let's move on to my Vanity. So you are currently looking at these 2 makeup bags, and these are basically, this is my everyday lip product bag. This is what I take to work with me every day. This is basically like my work makeup bag. Sometimes in the morning I'm just a bit too tired to do my makeup and I'd rather like sleep a little bit longer, so in those cases I will do my makeup in the train, and this is basically a little makeup bag that I just always have in my backpack with products I can use to do my makeup in the train so I still look decent. The foundation that I currently have in here is the Bite Beauty Changemaker foundation, and this is such a pretty like medium coverage foundation. I really enjoy wearing this. I feel like it always looks good. So this is definitely a really nice foundation. I don't think this is available anymore because Bite Beauty of course went out of business. For mascara, I just have the Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes in here. I'm just randomly grabbing things, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift. This is my favorite brow pencil. I have this in the shade Taupe. I then have my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, and look how pretty this is. This was like a limited edition packaging that they did, and this is so pretty. I have this in the shade Fair Medium, and I really enjoy using this. I feel like it is such a pretty like bronzer contour shade. It's not too cool, but it's also like not too warm. I feel like it's a really nice in-between shade. I then have this Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic blush in the shade Pillow Talk, and this is a really beautiful pinky tone blush. I feel like these blushes, the swatches don't do them justice, so I'm not going to swatch them, but they are super pretty, so I have that in here. I also have the Pat McGrath blush in Flirtatious. This is such a pretty blush. I love wearing this one. I then just had this Charlotte Tilbury quad in Mesmerizing Maroon in here. This is really pretty for sort of like a pinky purple color story, and I feel like this looks so pretty on the eye. And lastly, I have this Charlotte Tilbury eye pencil. This is a really pretty eyeliner duo. These also look really pretty when you use the purple as a base and then use the shimmer on top. So I love these Charlotte Tilbury eye pencils. And then, like I said, I have this little lipstick bag. This is just like a free gift with purchase from Dior. And I have quite a bit of things in here. My favorite everyday lipstick at the moment is Dance Floor Princess. This is also in my project pan, so I'm sure you guys have seen this many times. I'm trying to use this one up as well, but it's super pretty. I feel like it does look a bit lighter on the lips than it does like swatched. Then I have this lipstick from Vive. This is in the shade Brat, and this I just recently picked up. So as you can see, Brat is definitely a bit deeper and a bit more red tone, but it's super pretty. It's like a gorgeous warm tone lipstick. I also have this lipstick from Vive in here, and this one is in the shade 90s. This is like definitely more of a cool tone lipstick, but it's super pretty. That is what 90s looks like swatched next to the other shade, so I feel like this one is really pretty as well. I don't wear it as much as the other ones though. I always have this Charlotte Tilbury Magic Lip Oil in here. This is just like a clear lip oil, but it's super nice on the lips, so I always apply that in the morning before I apply my lipstick. And then I just have the Vive Brat Lip Liner. This is the lip liner that goes with the Brat lipstick. As you can see, that looks really pretty next to each other. So that is a beautiful lip combo that I have been wearing a lot. I have a Rare Beauty lipstick in the shade Bold. I actually really don't like this. I hated the smell of this and the taste. It smells and tastes just really off. So I don't know if it's like a bad batch maybe, but I really don't like this actually. So this one definitely should not be in my everyday work makeup bag. This is also from Charlotte Tilbury and this is in the shade Iconic Nude. This is what Iconic Nude looks like. It's also a bit more of a cool tone lip liner, but really pretty. And lastly, I have this lip gloss from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Portobello Girl. It's a really pretty like pink toned lip gloss. It's really pretty like on top of lipstick. So I really like this one as well. So that is everything that was in like my makeup bags. And now let's move on to the rest of my collection. But in here I have my cream bronzers basically. So first, the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand in the shade Firm Medium. This is just the one with the sponge tip applicator and it is really pretty. That is what this bronzer looks like swatch. It's actually a contour, but I feel like it's more of a bronzer shade on me. Then we have the Charlotte Tilbury Sunkissed Glow Bronzer. I have this in the shade Fair. I've just applied a little bit of that right there and blended it out, but this is a really pretty, like definitely a bit more of a contour shade. I really like this one. We then have the Patrick Ta Contour and Bronzer Duo. This is super pretty as well. I really enjoy wearing this. This one is the NARS Laguna Bronzer in the shade Laguna 01, and this is also a really pretty shade. The bottom one is what the NARS looks like in Laguna 01. This is really pretty if you have a light skin tone and you feel like the Laguna regular is a bit too deep on you, then I think you will really like this one. And the last thing I have in here is the Tarte Sea Breezy Cream Bronzer in the shade Seychelles. And this is also really pretty, but it's definitely more warm toned and a bit deeper on me, so I don't wear this one as much. We can then move on to this drawer right here. And basically what I have in here is this lipstick from Pat McGrath. This is the Liquid Lust in the shade Elson 4. This is the one I picked up because Pat McGrath uses this on Taylor Swift. And it is really pretty. I really like the formula as well. This is what that looks like. I really enjoy the formula as well. I just feel like this is the perfect red lip shade. So if you are looking for a nice red lipstick, you will really like this one. It isn't as long lasting as some other liquid lipsticks though, but I feel like this is also like not as drying as some other ones, so that is why I enjoy this one. Then I have this Glossier Balm.com, the original one, and this I just haven't used yet, but it's just like a clear basically lip balm, but I think you can also use it on other parts of the face. Then right here I have some Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. This for instance is a really cool one. This is 1975 red. This is like definitely like a different red as the Pat McGrath one I just showed. You can see the Charlotte Tilbury one is much more orange toned. I haven't worn this one yet, but it is a really cool shade. And this one is also really pretty. This is in the shade Angel Alessandra, and this is one I didn't think I was going to love as much, but I think it's really pretty. Looks really pretty on the lips as well. So this one I really enjoyed too. I need to wear that more. I might put that in my everyday lipstick makeup bag. Then right here I just have a Pillow Talk Original, and Pillow Talk is also really pretty. That is what it looks like. It's like the perfect Your Lips But Better color. It's just super gorgeous. This one is in the shade Super Cindy. I actually need to wear this one a bit more too, so I might switch out my everyday makeup bag because as you can see that is a stunning shade too, and I love that on the lips as well. This one here is Scarlet Spell, and it's also like one of the more special shades in my collection. This is also more of like a red, but it's a bit more purple toned than the Pat McGrath for instance, but both of these are really pretty. And lastly, this one from Natasha Denona. This is in the shade Athena, I think. And I don't wear this one as much because it is really quite cool toned, but it is like a really cool shade. This is what it looks like. So if you are looking for more of like a cool toned lipstick, then you might really enjoy this one. I also have this like little basket with 3 lip glosses. This used to have a lot more in there, but I decluttered the rest. I have the Kylie Cosmetics gloss in Coco K, and this is a really pretty sort of like one that matches like Pillow Talk really well. I also have the Pillow Talk Lip Luster, but I feel like this one is really similar. And then I have these 2 collagen lip baths. This one is in the shade Gold, and that is just like a really pretty gold lip gloss. I wanted this for the longest time, so I finally have it right here. And then this one is actually in the shade Peachy Plum. That is a gorgeous peachy shade. I feel like in a tube it looks very orange, but swatch it is really pretty. So this is one I really enjoy as well. So these are just chilling on my vanity right here. And then these 2 belong in there as well. This one is the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Glowing Gen. This is a really cool shade as well. It's a bit of a red tone, but it's definitely a bit more muted, so that is what that looks like. And lastly, the Charlotte Tilbury Hyaluronic Happy Kiss in Pillow Talk is really pretty too. It's a lot deeper than the Pillow Talk original lipstick, but it is really nice. So, and then to the left of my vanity, I have this Charlotte Tilbury Quick and Easy set. I don't use this one a lot, but it is on my vanity. So then that was everything for my makeup collection apart from eyeshadows. We went through all 3 of these drawers and my vanity. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of my makeup collection. Do you like it? Do you wish I had kept more products, or do you think this is a nice amount? I would love to know your thoughts. And if you did enjoy this video, then I would absolutely love it if you gave it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my videos. All of these things would help me so much with my channel, and I'd really appreciate it. But with that said, thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!